This is the live feed. It's your connection to live music and entertainment in Winona. Support for this program is made possible by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund.
Tonight, the live feed brings you another episode of the Echo of the Bluebird series from Midwest Music Fest. Echo of the Bluebird is a songwriter series inspired by the Bluebird Café in Nashville and brought to life by Midwest Music Fest. In each episode of the series, 3 songwriters join each other on stage to share their songs and the stories behind them. This episode took place at the Burke Music House in Winona and features Jake Ilika, Lena Elizabeth, and Mike Munson. Get ready for some great storytelling sprinkled with humor, some serious moments, and a whole lot of incredible musicianship on episode 3 of Midwest Music Fest's Echo of the Bluebird series on the live feed.
Well, hi. Hi. I don't know how to follow that. I don't do anything like that. My name's Lena Elizabeth. It's not Alina, it's Lena. I sometimes say that when I'm nervous. I always say, my name is Lena, and then everybody thinks my name is Alina. It is not. It's Lena. I'm going to start out with a song that, it's one of the first songs I ever wrote that I felt proud of, I guess. It's not the first song I wrote. I wrote a lot of songs in high school that I would never play for people. So, so this song is called In Time. And this song is a lot about my family and growing up, and I feel like it's just a good introduction to me. So, here we go.
I don't generally talk about what my songs are about, partly because I don't find what they're about is all that interesting. At least where they like initially come from, you know, like, because music is great because it can feel like magic or whatever, but ultimately what happened is we were sitting around in our living rooms and like turned off the TV or whatever and then started like goofing around on our instruments and then made up a song. And that's not very exciting. So it's better to think that, like, you know, we went to a cabin in the woods for a month and then came back with these songs or whatever, but...
That's what I do, then.
So this is one of those songs. The initial spark... It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter.
Something, you know I ain't found. Well, I'm looking over here now, looking underground. Show me a face I've never known. You know I'm leaving here today. Peace down the road, and I'm too far gone. Well, I'm too far gone. Space now, come on, slack the ropes. You know we're leaving here today on a junkie boat. Everything's false now, everything here's a big scam. You better grab a rail and take care to stand. And I'm too far gone. Oh, well, I'm too far gone. Yes, I'm older than you. Where you come from now? We're going to take care when you leave. What are you willing to lose? Tell me all of your, now tell me all of your bad news. It's not funny, is it? Oh, well, I'm too far gone. Well, I'm too far gone. Well, I'm not fighting anymore. I'm leaving it all behind. Not 'cause I'm not winning, I just don't really feel like trying. Show me a face I've never known. You know I'm leaving here today. Peace down the road, and I'm too far gone. Well, I'm too far gone. You know I'm giving up, I'm letting you take the wheel, 'cause you're nearly bash my face right in somewhere I've never been. time. Too far gone. Well, I'm looking for something, you know I ain't found. Well, I'm looking over here now. I'm looking underground.
This is a lot of fun. Parker's got a couple questions up here. I thought I'd hit one right on the head. When did you get your first instrument? I mean, I had some little toy instruments and stuff, but I got a guitar from my mother Christmas of '98. I was 14, and I kept that one until my brother went off to college. And just last week I was telling them that we had Thanksgiving at my brother's house, who just recently moved back from Portland, and there was a guitar case against the wall, and I said, "Is that the old Vester?" The old Vester? I'm not sure. All right. Anyway, I busted out my first guitar that I got for Christmas 21 years ago or so, and it still plays like a dream. It was awesome. I bought it from Hearts Music. So. Like $199. You got this? There we go. All right.
This was the original music score.
Yeah. So I'm going to play you a song that I wrote while living here in Winona. If you're all from Winona, you probably know it. I'm not going to go into too much detail. It's just kind of a sad little 4-line poem that I repeat. So if you're from here or live in a river town, you kind of know what it's about. It's called River.
I'm going to copy you and do the same question. A lot of people ask me about this instrument, and this instrument is a baritone ukulele. And people are like, why did you choose that instrument? I didn't really choose it. We just had one at my house, and I just started playing it. But my dad was a guitar teacher when I was growing up, and he would always start his younger students on this, because it's a little bit smaller, it's easier to learn the chord shapes, and it's a good way to start them off. And I started, and then I just didn't. I'm a pretty stubborn person, so I was just like, I like it. I'm gonna keep doing this. I am now learning how to play guitar for the first time in my life, and I will play one song on this eventually. But yeah, this is my instrument of choice, and yeah, that's why. But yeah, I'm gonna play a song called "Nobody Wants You." And I just always like to start this song off that I'm not directing this at any of you. And sometimes I get, some people, get hurt and feel, anyway. So I just like to say that off the bat. Baby, how long you been coming here? Hears his whispers in my ear. Hey, little lady, are you all alone? Why won't you let me take you home? Nobody wants you in their business, and nobody wants to know your kind. Kindly take your hands off of my business. Go wreck yourself, get off of mine. Watches me walking from blocks away. Said he'd make me breakfast if I come and stay. Yeah, pretty baby, give us a smile. Looks like your legs go on for miles, and nobody wants you in their business, and nobody wants to know your kind. Kindly to take your hands off of my business. Go wreck yourself, get off mine. Yeah, I've been drinking tonight. I know what you're thinking, ain't right. I said no. I said no. I said no. I said no. And nobody wants you in their business, and nobody wants to know your kind. Kindly to take your hands off of my business. Correct yourself, get off of mine. Get off of mine. Just so you know, there is an explicit version of that song, but earlier today there were children here, so I wasn't sure if they're. Yep, I'm glad I didn't. Anyway, if you want to hear that version, there's a CD over there. So.
I just like to express my gratitude for being able to sit here with these two this is great. Thank you. I was happy to hear Jake talk about his Christmas guitar, because that's what happened to me too. I think I was in the 6th grade, and this time of year I always get it's very nostalgic because that is what my parents didn't know was that when they weren't home, I was in my sister's room playing the guitar that they were going to give to me for Christmas. I managed to find it way back in October under my sister's bed, and used every chance I could to go downstairs and play it, which was super exciting. And so this time of year, it's funny, Christmas always brings that around.
Do they know that?
You know, I don't know. Yes. I don't know if they do or not. But I know they were very excited to give it to me, and I don't think my surprise reaction lived up. I'm not a good actor. So I don't think maybe that's going to be the conversation at Christmas this year. Is I'm gonna say thank you so very much over and over for that.
Come here, and I'm not leaving. I'm no savior, I'm no angel. Never met the devil, always been a sinner. Crooked, I wish I could make straighter. Come here, and I'm not staying. And I won't harm you, I'm no winner. Never met the devil, always been a sinner. Got a belly full of ice and a head stuffed with hatred. Whatever happens, you vanish, and it never makes a difference. the devil always been a sinner. And all that's crooked I wish I could make straighter.
I play by myself. I play with Mike. We've got a duo called Land at Last. I also have another duo called Ilika Ward with my buddy Joel Ward. I'm going to play one of the two songs I've written for that group. Joel does all the other writing. So it's my contribution to our new album. It's called I Ain't Blue. From my mind, I think of ways I can repay in kind. When you are near me and I am near you, when you are near me I ain't blue. The road that I'm traveling reminds me of home, reminds me that you're sitting all alone. When you are near me, things you do. When you are near me, I am. Many miles since I last seen this place. Many miles since I last seen your face. When you are near me, nothing I can do. When you are near me, I ain't blue. I ain't try and get some rest. Realize I'm trying to do my best. When you are near me, I catch a glimpse of you. When you are near me, I ain't blue. When you are near me, and I am near you. When you are near me, I ain't blue. I ain't blue. I ain't blue.
Do you love local and regional music? Find podcasts of the live feed and all your favorite KQAL shows at kqal.org. The live feed is made possible by a grant from the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund.
Sunday nights at 7, keep quiet and listen as KQAL plays the hits from...
What's up with all this dad rock? Give me that mic. I mean, aren't your ears tired of the same old over-processed, bland riffs on commercial radio? Treat yourself to a healthy diet of local, homegrown music from right here in the Midwest. Hear local favorites along with plenty of new artists to tickle your inner child and your inner ear. Or something like that. So enough with the dad rock already. Listen local with The Underground, Sunday nights at 7 on 89.5 KQAL and streaming live at kqal.org or on the KQAL app.
Na, 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 na. You better believe it. Na, 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 na. Nobody will believe it. My, my baby, please believe me. Na, 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 na.
So I didn't really come with songs fully in mind of what I was going to play, so I'm just going for it. This one is it's a relatively newer song, and I thought that one of the questions on here is a good way to start this song. One of the questions is, what songwriter do you most look up to and why? And I ended up writing this song. It's called About You, and I ended up writing it with a certain songwriter in mind, which I don't usually try to do things that way, because then I'm like, oh, and I'm just gonna like steal somebody's ideas. But I wrote this song after a friend of mine passed away, and if you guys ever had the pleasure of listening to Tucker Jensen play, I don't know if you know who that is, but Dirt Train is his band, if you've ever heard of them. If you haven't, you should go listen to him. But he really pushed me as an artist, and really was he's just a good dude. But I ended up writing this song around the time that he passed away, because my husband was actually out of town during that time, and it was just really hard to be mourning a friend and also feeling lonely. And so I wrote this really, really sad song. But he was somebody who definitely helped me keep going as a songwriter. After my first album, which is called The Line, came out for that release show, I remember he was one of the people that was there, and I'd seen him play before, and I was like, oh, shoot, Tucker's here. I was like, I'd never met him before, and I was just like feeling really anxious about playing my first release show. And I played the show, and I got done, and I felt really just like I hadn't represented myself well. And I was really hard on myself. And I remember seeing him after the show, and I was really honest with him when he was a total stranger at that point, and I was like, I just don't feel good about that. I feel like I shouldn't even do this. And I was just weirdly honest with this stranger, and he was like, well, that's stupid. And I was really glad that I was honest with him, because he said, you know what, these shows, when you make mistakes like this, these should push you to want to be better. This shouldn't push you to want to quit. And that really stuck with me, because hearing that from somebody who I looked up to, and just that was a huge moment for me. So I would say, and just as a songwriter in general, he was incredible. So yeah, that's who I would say. But yeah, this song, it's really kind of about watching friends of mine who were mourning him during that time, also feeling lonely myself, and yeah, it's kind of about all that. So, you ready to get really sad? Cool. You have no choice, because I have the mic. My face is not the same. Stare back into the frame. Each line is deeper now, and I can't remember how. I see you in every chair, but across from me is bare. Keep wasting on the food, 'cause I made enough for two. I don't know what to do without you. I don't know what to do without you. I don't know what to do don't hide it well. I can't get out of bed, screw the to-do list in my head, but I made it to the shower. It took me about an hour. Now I'm lying on the floor, 'cause I can't do this anymore. I don't know what to do without you. I don't know what to do without you. I don't know what to do about you. Oh my, 'cause I've been grieving about you leaving. Though I haven't been eating. Oh, sleeping. But I've been drinking and I've been thinking about you. About you. About you. About you.
I've been doing a bad job thinking about what songs I'm going to play because I've been listening to these guys. So I'm stretching it out here. Most of the music I listen to in my life, I would say, is music without words. For no good reason in particular, other than I like jazz a lot. But I feel like that connection, for me, I get hung up in the words, you know. I'm like, is this what the intention was, or is this what I get hung up on all that stuff, or did I hear that right, or did I just, is it, excuse me while I kiss the sky, or excuse me while I kiss this guy, like all that sort of stuff. So, I appreciate when people like Lena can use the words to make you feel something, and like obviously there's a lot of artists that do that. But I really enjoy for me it's like the soul connection when it's someone in their instrument, especially horn players, it's like a thing that people are like literally touching their mouth to, and like it's coming out of their lungs, like words do or whatnot. But that has a huge connection on me, and I strive for that, like to get some sort of feeling. And a lot of it's like a selfish pursuit for me. Like I love playing the guitar, and I love when the guitar can like surprise me into feeling something. So I'm gonna play the song. It's called Rose Hill. Except there's one guy in Duluth who thinks it's called Roadkill. Not as a joke. He's like, play Roadkill. I love that song. It would give it a whole different vibe if it was Roadkill. Which is great, which is like, it's example how the words get in the way. Like, if it could be called Nothing, then it could mean all sorts of things. But to this guy, it's called Roadkill, and it means X, Y, and Z. And to me, it's called Rose Hill, it means these other things. Anyways, it kind of came together. I was spending a lot of time in Mississippi, and one of my favorite things to do when I'm down there is to walk this road called Rose Hill Road, which leads to a guy named Jack Owens' house. Jack Owens isn't alive anymore, but he's a very important guitar player in my life. He was the gentleman that taught Jimmy Duck Holmes how to play guitar. I'm spending a lot of time with Jimmy Duck Holmes currently. And Jack's music has become really important. So anyways, I like to walk Rose Hill Road and see where Jack used to live. And it's not like I made up this this music on the guitar like while I was walking that road in Mississippi. It came about like through my visits there, and some of it I would put together at home, and some of it I put together in the car while I was like sitting in the back seat playing guitar, waiting for a gig somewhere in the summertime. Or so it kind of came together. But then I'd like, it's like, oh, I'm gonna let's call this Rose Hill, because that's when you make a recording, you need to put a name on the stuff. So like, oh, we'll call it Rose Hill. And then at that point, I was like, oh, that's off, because then it like cemented this emotional ride to that time and that place. And so now every time I get to play it, I get to like walk down that thing again, which was great. But I could have called it Roadkill, and it would have been anything different. But like, so in a way, it's a selfish gift.
Play Roadkill.
I don't know where I was going with that. I was gonna wrap around to these things, these questions up here. Anyways, I'm gonna play Rose Hill, and then we're gonna take a break, and then we'll come back, and hopefully I'll be more coherent in the second set. Or maybe Lena will just keep playing beautiful songs, and Jake will keep playing beautiful songs. And then I'll say some nonsense. Anyways, here goes.
There you go. Thank you all for being here. Thank you. I don't know if it's what pitch I need to be. Thank you all for being here. Really appreciate it. How many of you have done something like this before, where you come to like a listening room where you're supposed to, it's expected that you shut up and listen? Yeah? All right, so raise your hand if you haven't done this. If you've never been to a show like this before. All right, congrats. Mark it off your list. It's a special treat to play something like this. I think I could speak for Mike a little bit because we've played a lot of shows together. I don't want to speak for Lena, but we play a lot of bad shows sometimes, I think, as musicians. Especially if you're doing it a lot. You want it to go a certain way and it doesn't, and you set expectations and you don't meet them. Or you're blown away, you think it's going to be a bad show or something. You don't ever go into it thinking, I'm going to have a terrible night, but you have your reservations sometimes going into a show. And tonight was not like that, and you guys are a huge part of that feeling for me, and I think for us. So thank you all for being here, for doing something like this. And a big thank you to the Burkes and the Burke Music House and Parker and Abby and everyone at Midwest Music Fest. Keep supporting things like this. There's a lot of music coming through town, and the audience is a huge part of that, so thank you. I'm going to shut up and play now. It's a song of mine called Circle in the Drain.
Time alone is what you need. Won't stand in your way. Tell me if you're coming home and don't lead me astray. If solitude will help you through your sad and weary state, I can only promise I will try to accommodate. But all this time without you is driving me insane. All my nights are sleepless, all my days so long and plain. You spent the whole summer dancing in the rain, while I spend mine circling the drain. Give you time and give you space. What's in it for me? Tell me how love became an unsolved mystery. Solitude will help you through your sad and weary state. I can only promise I will try to accommodate. All this time without you is driving me insane. All my nights are sleepless, all my days so long and plain. You spend the whole
play a new song, and I'm hopefully not going to forget all the lyrics. So you might notice that this is a completely different instrument. It's enormous. It's I've been playing ukulele for a long time, and I decided that I was gonna try something new, and I'm learning guitar now. So with that said, this has 2 more strings than a ukulele, and it is a little more, it's I was gonna say a little more harder, and
Read about that.
ooh man, that might be a little hot, but yeah. So I'm gonna do my best. This seems like a safe audience. You guys gonna be nice to me? You're not gonna throw anything. All right. But yeah, this song is called, I don't know what it's called. Boxes. That's what I'm gonna call it for now. But yeah, this song is about depression, and it is also sad. Apparently that's what I'm good at writing. Is this gonna be safe? Maybe I shouldn't play it. Maybe this is all just a sign. Don't know how I feel about you, when we don't know how I feel about you, when we don't know how I feel to you, when we don't know how I feel to you, when we don't know how I feel about you, when we don't know how I feel to you, when we don't know. Boxes on open, I've been told that I should be over it by now. See it in your eyes, all the disdain. I'm feeling deranged. Don't give up on us. Yes, I give you trust. Somehow it's not enough. What is this trust? This lust, this love? Oh, your words just sounds, and I am done sleeping on the couch, tasting my fears. Not even a year. Don't know how I feel about you, when we don't know how I feel to you, when we don't know how I feel about you, when we don't know. Don't know how I feel to you, when we don't know how I feel about you, when we don't know how I feel.
from this dream I'm having. Don't let me drown, don't let me down. Yes, I am shaking, I'm faking it late, earning prayer. Your love feels still, am I failing you? Don't you believe me? I can't breathe. Don't you see me? Don't know how I feel about you, no, you don't know how I feel, do you? No, you don't know how I feel about you, no, you don't know. Don't know how I feel, do you? No, you don't know how I feel, do you? No, you don't know how I feel about you, no, you don't know. Don't know how I feel, do you? No, you don't know how I feel about you, no, you don't know how I feel, do you? No, you don't know.
Sunday nights at 7, keep quiet and listen as KQAL plays the hits from
What's up with all this dad rock? Give me that mic. I mean, aren't your ears tired of the same old over-processed bland riffs on commercial radio? Treat yourself to a healthy diet of local homegrown music from right here in the Midwest. Hear local favorites along with plenty of new artists to tickle your inner child and your inner ear. Or something like that. So enough with the dad rock already. Listen local with The Underground, Sunday nights at 7 on 89.5 KQAL and streaming live at kqal.org or on the KQAL app.
Na 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 na. You better not believe it. Na 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 na. Nobody will believe it. My my baby, please believe me. Na 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 na.
Do you love local and regional music? Find podcasts of the live feed and all your favorite KQAL shows at kqal.org. The live feed is made possible by a grant from the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund.
Did everybody notice these chair covers we have up here? You know, Sean, I bet if those things, you had them for sale, you'd move a couple tonight. What I'm gonna try to do. Now this is a Midwest Music Fest thing. I owe it a whole lot of gratitude and thanks to Midwest Music Fest, thanks to Abby and Parker and everyone else who volunteers and was a part of the board or volunteered in years past. It's been such a great thing. So thanks for keeping me included in it. I really appreciate it. This is a song I wrote a number of years back. And it goes to, it's a specific situation, I guess. A friend of mine, who some of you might know, named Vic Ormsby, was pretty sick in the last months of his life, and I remember one of the last things he wanted to do when he was still pretty healthy and able to get around, he wanted to come in. He used to live out in Wiscoy Valley, and he really wanted to come in to Steamboat Days and see the guy get shot out of the cannon. Which, if any of you know Vic, that's not something characteristically that I would say he would enjoy doing. I feel like he would much rather be in his garden and whatnot without anybody around instead of going into Steamboat Days with the cheese curds and the whatnot to see the guy get shot out of the cannon. But that's really what he wanted to do. And in an odd sort of way, I felt like that was kind of a bit of metaphor for him moving on out of this world into another one.
He lived life like a firework, flying across the sky. Come on in and enjoy the show. He's about to fly. People below, sitting on blankets, didn't know what to expect. I'll tell you what happened next to the man who's so respected. He stepped up to the crowd, gave away and tipped his hat. Oh, they cheered so loud, I'll never forget how that. I'll never forget how that. What happened next? It's not so clear, but I will try to tell. We all wished him well on his journey through hell. Sunset on our smiling faces, darkness filled the sky. Cannon fired and away he went. Never I did see such a sight. Arms out straight like a Superman. Must have been a mile high. He went up and never came back down. We can now believe our eyes. People below, sitting on blankets, cannot comprehend how this man could transcend this cruel world we all depend on. To this day I remember well what I learned that night. We are all nothing but a firework flying across the sky. Flying across the sky.
I was going to try not to do this, but I'm going to play a song that Mike and I played together as our duo, Land at Last.
That's what I was going to do for my last one.
Well, to be fair, we've played that song together that you just played, so I thought I had clearance. So. But I got to thank Mike for me being able to write this song, because we've gone on some road trips together and some tours, and we went by the Surf Ballroom in Clear Lake, Iowa. And the first time we went, we wanted to go, but it was, we checked the clock, it was closed. So we made a point to stop there the next time, and it was our like first night of the road, going on a 10-day tour or something like that, and to hit that spot and to be all alone basically with the curator of the museum, just let us in, throw in the donation, and we kind of walked together a little bit and walked apart, and so we were able to take it all in that beautiful, beautiful room. And sorry, I'm sounding like Trump. Beautiful, beautiful. Easy adjectives. Tremendous. Sorry, I'm tainting the story so bad right now. I apologize. It's the green room talking. I'm sorry. But yeah, I walked through there, and I don't think I told Mike when we got back into the car how much I had been moved by it until I showed him this song, and said, "Yeah, I'm glad we went." So I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen a color picture of Buddy Holly. So this song is kind of inspired by what I felt walking through that hall, and it's called "I See Buddy Holly in Black and White." See a man's eternal smile, curly hair, suit and tie, glasses framing eyes so bright, but I see Buddy Holly in black and white. See the phone booth, last call he made, routing zigzags left and right, but I see Buddy Holly in black and chill throughout the hall. I see your face upon each wall, trying to picture the color that night, but I still see Buddy Holly in black and white. Well, I see Buddy Holly in black and white. That's my last one for the night. Thank you so much for having me be a part of this, and thanks for listening. Lena and Mike, y'all should close it out.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to play a song that I finished writing, like finalized today. If I can't do it, I'm going to switch back over to my uke like so fast, and then we're going to play a different song.
I hate your ukulele.
You hated it?
No, I hate it.
Oh, you hate it. You're just like, I
hate it so you can't switch.
Whoa, that was aggressive, man. All right. So.
Sorry.
No.
I was about to be like, I hate it. I love it.
I'm trying to increase the stakes.
All right, you're right. All right, I just gotta do this. I'm definitely gonna mess up the lyrics, but maybe I won't. We'll find out. But I wrote this song. A lot of people don't necessarily know this about me, but I've worked with, the last 3 years, my day job has always been working with kids. And one of my first jobs was working at a place called Fraser, and I was working with kids on the spectrum. And it was my first job working with kids, and it was an intense introduction. And I learned so much about myself and patience, and just it was a life-changing job. And but yeah, so I wrote this song kind of influenced by working with those kids, and yeah, so let's see if I can do it. Well, I'm gonna give you a wide berth. No, it's not just for your courtesy, it's also for me. I know you can't explain the logic in your brain. Take the time to find the sign until I understand why you feel this way. I know it took all day, and time will learn to take our turn. I know your anger burns, 'cause something's wrong. You got a way of displaying your emotions, feeling strong. You got a way of saying more than just being spoken. Oh, friend, oh, what you doing over there with your long stare? Oh, what you doing? Oh, friend, oh, what you doing over there with your long stare? Oh, what you doing? So there's something strong in your undertow. You've been hit with the current of judgment, sizing the world just wrong. They say there's something off with your capable mind. Won't you find my eyes, see my smile, and understand where it's worth the while? I know it's hard to be a little Lego man, but when things don't go the way you plan, they don't understand that something's wrong. You got a way of displaying your emotions, feeling strong. You've got a way of saying more than just being spoken. Oh, friend, oh, what you doing over there with your long stare? Oh, what you doing?
I wish that song had like 20 more verses because I could have listened to it all night. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for supporting the Burke Music House and Midwest Music Fest and all of us and live music in general. So thanks for that. I'm going to play a song we do, Jake. Is that okay? Great, thanks. When Jake and I play together, we call it Land at Last. I don't really know why we call it Land at Last. If you've ever tried, like, if you're not in a band, just pretend you were in a band and try to come up with band names. It's hard and kind of a waste of time.
That's why I just use my name.
I know. Tell me about it.
He actually came up with the name. I proposed Aurora Borealis in Wonderland, and he didn't go for it. So.
You did. I forgot about that.
Nobody steal that. That's my side project.
So this is a song we usually do together. When I was talking about writing songs earlier, this is exactly that scenario. It was one of those sitting at home playing guitar, and I was like hitting this thing that I thought was really cool. And so I was like, well, that's great. And then all of a sudden, like, words kind of started coming, which doesn't really happen to me in that sort of way. So then I just like wrote down the first kind of draft of lyrics on it, and I was like, whoa, that was great. This song's a total bummer. But I guess that's accurate or important or something. So, yeah, so we still do it today. It's called Where You Lose Me.
on the sunny side. You know, my lamps have all burned out, and I am most certain of my doubts, of my doubts. And if I live to complete this, I'll cross out mistakes. And if I live to complete this, I'll cross out the mistakes. I promise. I promise. Thanks, everybody. That's Jake Ilika, Lena, Elizabeth. Thanks for being here.
Evidence of what we've found. Lay your rifle down. Put your hands on the ground.
Thanks again to Jake Ilika, Lena Elizabeth, and Mike Munson for joining us tonight on the live feed. Echo of the Bluebird is brought to you by Midwest Music Fest. For more information about the festival and to keep up to date on other shows they have in the works, go to MidwestMusicFest.org or just follow the Midwest Music Fest Facebook page. For more great local and regional music, tune into the live feed every Wednesday and Friday night at 6 right here on 89.5 KQAL. I'm Bill Stoneberg, and we've just heard Jake Ilika, Lena Elizabeth, and Mike Munson on the live feed.
Thanks for listening to The Live Feed. The Live Feed is produced by KQAL-FM on the campus of Winona State University. For more information on tonight's show, visit us at kqal.org.
Always on the run, oh, no, girl, shooting the bird, girl, always on the run, You lied to me, I can see it on your face when you leave. I've been trying to be everything that you need, and I'll be chasing you all around town till I find what's holding you down. I'll be chasing you all around town till I find what's holding you down, because you got a low shooting the bird, lonely girl, always on the run, oh, lonely girl, shooting the bird, lonely girl, always on the run. Lay your rifle down.
you love local and regional music? Find podcasts of the live feed in all your favorite KQ